We live? Yeah. All right, what up, family? We back again. Back again on What the Book Say Radio. Once again, live on Facebook, on YouTube. And just in case, we got a bag on camera just in case something gets shady. You know how they do. Try to keep this truth going out. But again, as always, all praise, honor, and great glory is unto our power, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in the faith, we salute you. Got your boy T Boogie. Once again, got the young lad back. Ready to put in this kingdom work, this kingdom business, bro. And just want to give a quick synopsis, bro, on what we're going to be talking about tonight. Because as you can hear it playing in the background, it's about this fight. The title of tonight's lesson is the fiery trial of the refiner. Because I'm going to tell you something. And he knows just as well as I do over the last couple of years, the Most High take you down through there. Just to see if you real with it. Just to see if you going to stick with it. Just to see if what's coming out your mouth is true and real. So we're going to get into this fiery trial of the refiner. Because contrary to popular belief, even amongst conscious Israelites, they think this thing is a cakewalk once you learn the truth. And hey, I got the commands, I'm good. You gonna come, when we come to the truth, bro, a lot of times people say, well, I know my Sunday Christian or my pagan people gonna discard me. But a lot of times, even within Israel, you're gonna be discarded. You're gonna be unfriended. You're gonna be talked about and scorned. The question you gotta ask yourself is, will you stay? Will your work stand up under this fire that you're gonna go up under? That you're gonna have to give an account to when you stand before the Most High? Because we're gonna find out and we're gonna see that, hey, when it comes to this fiery trial, it ain't pleasant. And then we're gonna read also, we ain't resisted under blood. So this little thing about friends and families and loved ones leaving you, that's patty cakes. Because when it comes to the end times, we're gonna see, like we said before, who hollering Shalom then. We're gonna see who hollering, I'm a Hebrew Israelite then. Because this fiery trial is going to get deadly serious. And we're going to read about a foreshadowing of the abomination of desolation that took place back in our history that's going to be even worse when the real thing comes. So we're going to read about that tonight. You got anything you need to say, bro?
Let's get it.
Let's get it then. We're going to the first script.
Make sure everything good on there.
Hey, we trying to make sure everything good, on the YouTube.
So what about the camera now?
Can everybody's on YouTube, our brothers and sisters on YouTube, is it straight now or do we need to rotate? I see the full tribe in there. What you say about it, bro, on that YouTube? Or you just on Facebook?
That's what I don't get. They say
see, turn it sideways. Now turn it that way. Is it sideways?
Nah, all right. So what about now, fam?
Is that sideways?
Cool. He's saying cool. All right.
Okay, so that's cool right there. Cool.
Give us a 7. Put a 7 in there.
Anybody can see us on YouTube. Put a 7 on the page if the view is straight. We got 7. What Water P? Water P? What you say?
Sideways. See.
What about? Man, we having trouble out this end. I tell you what. Move yours out of the way. I'm finna fix this real quick. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Hold on, family.
See, this on the mobile device, y'all. So this ain't a laptop.
Yeah, but it's all right. We
finna go back live on YouTube in a minute, y'all.
Give us a second. Yeah. We're going to get it here in a second. All right, done. Now, they tell me this sideways. I know something. Here, set it up over there. Skip all that.
See, they want you to set it up long ways, but it probably ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
Nah, it ain't gonna work.
Well, hey, we just gonna go. We just gonna go with Facebook Live tonight, and then we'll post it on the YouTube channel. So anyway, we back.
Yeah.
Hey, forgive us. We gonna get it right one day. Hey, Most High he gonna give us the information and knowledge we need to get it right.
I'm burning my laptop.
All right. So hey, back to 1 Peter. We're going to 1 Peter, y'all. We're gonna pick it up at 1 Peter the 4. 1 Peter the 4, and we're gonna read verses 12 through 14, and we're gonna skip down. 1 Peter the 4 and verse 12. What did it say, my young brother?
Verse 12, it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you."
So, hey, we are not to think of the strange thing when people turn against you. We are not thinking of the strange thing when finances get jacked up, because it's only to test your faith, to see and to make your faith strong. It's just like going to the gym, working out. This life that's all this life is. And most of the time, the battle is won and lost right here within your mind. He said, don't think it's strange when these things happen to you. This will come with the territory. This will come with being a Hebrew Israelite. This will come confessing Yeshua HaMashiach. When you confess him as Lord and Savior and say you're going to walk out the law, statutes, and commandments, these are the things we need to be looking for. But go ahead and read.
"But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering."
See, the Lord he always think exactly the opposite of man. He said you ought to rejoice when these things happen. You ought to be glad. That lets you know you doing something right. So that also lets you know, bro, you might need to check yourself. If everything fine and dandy and everything like candy, you might need to check yourself. Because you might be on the wrong path. But go ahead and read.
"That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yes, sir.
If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye."
If you be reproached for standing on the word, for standing what you believe in, for standing what the Lord has showed you is real, then you are blessed. But go ahead.
If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye.
Happy are ye.
For the spirit of glory and of Yah rested upon you.
So, hey, but that ain't nothing to get puffed up in. Just be thankful that the Lord and chose you out of the annals of time to be one of his servants. Go ahead and read.
"On their part he is evil spoken of. But on your part he is glorified."
On their part he is evil spoken of. But hey, he gonna glorify you. And he gonna be glorified in you. Go ahead and read.
16.
Yet
if any man suffer as a Christian,
if any man suffer as a follower of Christ or as a Nazarite,
let him not be ashamed.
Let him not be ashamed.
But let him glorify Yah on this behalf.
Hey, and don't be ashamed of it. Because you got put out the camp. You got put away. You got friends running away from you. Don't be ashamed when they call you a Bible thumper. Don't be ashamed of that. Read that again, that last part where it say be what?
But let him glorify God on this behalf.
And let him glorify the Most High on this behalf.
For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yah.
Yes, sir.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yah?
See, there you go. What? Hey, the judgment start with us first. And we're going to read over and over again these words: trial, try, prove, fire. We're going to read some definitions in a minute, but go ahead and finish that, bro. Is that it?
Nah, that was verse 18.
Go ahead.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved,
if the righteous barely make it in,
Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Got nothing coming. Ain't got. See, either you gonna go through the fire now, or you gonna go through the eternal fire later. It's the choice is yours, but you gonna have to make a calculated decision in your mind that hey, you gonna stand on it, and if you can't stand on it, then hey, you gonna get the fire on the other end. But where we going, brother?
We gotta finish verse 19.
Go ahead.
Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful creator.
So hey, that suffer according to the will of God. See, it's the will of the Most High that you suffer these things that he may be glorified. So if you're gonna commit your soul, and we're gonna read on later on here in a few minutes, hey, when you choose to follow the Lord, that's what you got coming. We're going to read that. Where we at, bro?
Psalms 11.
Psalms 11. Psalms 11. And we're going to read 2 verses of script. Psalms 11. And we're going to pick it up at verse, we're going to read verses 4 and 5 because we're going to see that the Lord going to try you now. You're going to be tested. Sorely tested in some cases. And we're going to read some history on some of our forefathers. They were sorely tested. Psalm 4 and 5, man, what do it say?
Yahweh is in his holy temple. Yahweh's throne is in heaven.
Yes, sir.
His eyes behold. His eyelids try.
His eyelids do what?
Try.
He looking at you, man. He looking to see if you're going to be real in the test, if you're going to be real when the trouble come, when the uncomfortableness come. His eyes is on you to see if you're going to blink. It's an old saying in football, don't blink. Because if you blink, you're going to get caught. So, hey, don't blink even in your mind. But go ahead, bro.
His eyelids tried the children of men.
Yes, sir.
Yahweh tried the righteous.
He tried the righteous.
But the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated.
So the mind of the Lord hate the wicked. The mind of the Lord hate the wicked. And what's wickedness to him is when you say, I'm going to do all that you said I'm going to do. And then when the trial comes, you fall back. Yeah. When the test comes, when the unpopular decision comes, you go along with the crowd. Yeah. He abhor you because then you a lie because you said no matter what, no matter who Most High, I'm going to stand for you and stand for your word. So he going to abhor you. He going to hate you. But we read in those 2 verses, trial and try, right? Yeah. So, hey, bro, we're going to get the definition of these words. Because all throughout this lesson, you're going to hear these words, trial, test, try, fire. So we're going to get the words, we're going to get the definition to the words try or trieth as it is in the concordance. And we're going to get trial as it is in the concordance. Then we're going to read 2 more definitions. Go ahead. What do try or trieth? Read that whole thing, bro.
This is H974. And it's Balkan.
Yep.
To test especially metals.
Especially metals. And read why he got that in there because the title of the lesson is the refiner. And the refiner is the one that tests metals to see how pure or how perfect they are. But go ahead.
Generally and figuratively, to investigate.
To investigate.
Examine. Prove. Tempt or try.
So the Most High is investigating your walk. He testing your walk. He proving your mind to see how real you are. So when the fire comes, when the test comes, don't fall back. Because the one that take hold on the plow and looking back, the Most High don't have no pleasure in them. But go ahead and read, bro. What else we got?
We got trial.
Trial,
It's H5254, Nassau. To test.
To test.
By implication, to attempt. Adventure. Assay. Prove. Tempt. Try. Assay.
Assay. So we're going to see what this word assay is. We're going to get into assay because we're dealing with the refiner, correct? Right. Now, the word assay, what do it mean, bro?
Assay is a noun. The testing of a metal or ore to determine its ingredients and quality. Oh,
so he trying to see what you made of. He trying to see if you made of what, like you say, the right stuff. To see if you gonna be if you got burn some of that dross off of you. Yeah. Because dross on metal ain't nothing but impurities. And he trying to burn all that off so you can come forth shining like gold. But go ahead and finish.
Synonyms are evaluation, assessment, appraisal, analysis, examination, test, testing, inspection, scrutiny.
So he getting down to the detail of who you are.
He said scrutiny.
Scrutiny. He scrutinizing your every thought, your every move against his word to see if you're going to be worthy to be in the kingdom. This is the refiner's fire. This is what he do. He examining you. He testing you. He proving you to see if you real. But go ahead, bro. What else you got?
It says determine the content or quality of a metal or ore. Examination and determination as to characteristics.
So he looking at your characteristics,
such as weight, measure, or quality, or in this case, our fruits.
Our fruits. And so he's saying, hey, do they measure up to this book? Do they measure up to what I'm looking for in a servant? He said, such as weight. If your name don't carry no weight, if your works don't carry no weight, they're going to get burned up. But go ahead, bro.
It says analysis as of an oral drug to determine the presence, absence, or quantity of one or more components also. A test used in this analysis. A substance to be assayed also the tabulated result of the same.
So guess what? He said, after all these tests, I'm going to tabulate all your works up and see where they add up to.
Yeah.
Are you real or are you fake? Are you lukewarm? He going to tabulate all this up and he going to see if you real. Because we going to read. Now, give me some synonyms for refiner. What are the synonyms for somebody who is an assayer or a refiner?
It says noun, purify, refinery, cleaner, cleanser, detergent, disinfectant, filter, fumigator, wash, clarify, decontaminate, deodorizer, sanitize.
Facebook acting up again, y'all.
You could probably go live from Facebook on your phone. You need to do it right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live on my phone.
Give us a second, family. More technical difficulties.
I don't know why Facebook doing what it's doing. Usually it's YouTube Live. They just don't want this truth to go out. That's all that is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right here. I'm going live right now. Start live. Put that over there, bro. We back live. We was back live. We back live on Facebook, y'all. We back live on Facebook. Hey, anyway, so we're going to get back to these scripts.
Can y'all see us good on Facebook?
Somebody give me a 7 on Facebook Live. Y'all can see. Hey, bro, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving.
Let's go.
All right, let's go to Malachi, the 3.
I want to point something out in that Psalms 11 and 5.
Go ahead, bro.
Where he say, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated. So that's like the saying where they always say, God hates the sin, but not the sinner. That ain't what the scriptures say.
No,
The scriptures say his soul hated the wicked and him that loveth violence.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's it. Where we at? Let's go to Malachi. Malachi the 3. Last book of the Old Testament. Go to Malachi the 3. And we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up, bro, at verse 1. Malachi the 3 and 1. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come. Behold, saith Yahweh Sabaoth, Lord of hosts.
Go ahead, bro.
But who may abide the day of his coming?
And who gonna be able to abide the day of his coming? Go ahead.
And who shall stand when he appeared?
And who gonna stand when he appeared? He gonna answer the question for you.
For he is like a refiner's fire. and like full of soap.
He is like a refined fire and like full of soap. So he said, hey, when it's time for judgment, who works gonna stand? Because he gonna refine you. And if your works can't stand, if you got too many impurities, and then you might be that fool's gold. Yeah. And when that fire hit it, it's gonna come to nothing. And he said he like full of soap. He gonna wash it and see how much dirt you got on you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
Verse 3. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver.
See, we read that on that refiner and purifier, but go ahead.
And he shall purify the sons of Levi.
And what?
And purge them as gold
and silver. Purge them as gold and silver.
That they may offer unto Yahweh an offering in righteousness.
Yes, sir.
Verse 4, it says, then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord. See, because right now the offerings we offer him a lot of times is polluted. Because of our vain repetition, our vain glory, our vain, we put all our stuff into what we want from the Lord. Our selfishness. All that stuff is polluted before the Lord. But go ahead and read. And Judah and Jerusalem shall be pleasant unto the Lord as in the days of old, and as in the former years.
Yes, sir.
And I will come near unto you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the scorners,
the sorcerers,
and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, said Lord of hosts.
Hey, he said everything. He going to put everything on the table. And he going to see what's real and who is real and how good your works are going to stand up under this fire when he come to judgment. Because he is the refiner. He is the one who tried to test the reins and thoughts of your mind. But let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 8th. Because you're going to suffer some things in serving the Most High as a test of your belief and faith. Deuteronomy, man. Pick it up at chapter 8. Chapter 8. Let me get there. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 3.
All right, hold on.
Deuteronomy 8.
Letting the bruise know we back live on
Facebook. Okay, yeah, we back live on Facebook, y'all. We got 2 of them going at one time. So if you can see us, Michelle Butler, put a 7 up in there if you can see us on Facebook. Yeah. I guess she, hey, we in there. Yeah, we in there. And go to Deuteronomy the 8, bro. And we're going to pick it up. We're going to read verses 1 through 3. What does it say?
All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your father.
Go ahead, bro.
And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness.
Yes, sir.
To humble thee and to prove thee.
To do what?
To prove.
To prove you. See, look, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to go through something dealing with this God right here. He ain't just going to give you the kingdom. He ain't just going to give you everlasting life and you do it how you want to do. He going to try to do some things to humble you and to prove you. Go ahead, bro.
To know what was in thine heart.
To know what was what?
In thine heart.
In your mind.
Whether thou shouldest keep his commandments or no.
Now, hey, it's going to be some things, man, you're going to have to go through to see. He going to see if you really, you standing on it. If you 10 toes down, feet on the ground, ready to, hey, man. Wife gonna get you. Husband gonna get you. Family gonna get you. Church gonna get you. Job gonna get you. To see, he to prove you and see what the things in your mind is, man. Do you serve man or do you serve me? Do you serve yourself or do you serve me? Go ahead and read.
It says, verse 3, and he humbled thee.
And humbled thee.
And suffered thee to hunger. And fed thee with manna. Which thou knewest not. Neither did thy fathers know.
Right.
That he might make thee know, that man does not live by bread only. But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh does man live.
Hey, and I done been there, bro. When you feel like your stomach touching your spine and you hungry. And you don't know where your next meal coming from. You going to trust him then? Because, see, it's going to come a time, like we keep saying, man, when this abomination of desolation standing in the holy place and you ain't in a place of safety. It's going to come a time when you're going to have to make some serious, hard choices, some serious, hard decisions to see if you're going to follow him or not. See if you're going to take that mark or not. See if what you say you standing on, how good you going to stand on. And we're going to read about one of our brothers that stood on it all the way to the torture rack. But let's go, bro. You finished that? You finished that 3?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it on that 3? Yeah. Okay. Hey, let's go to the Apocrypha, so-called. Got a little mini debate today, but I ain't even going to go there right now. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. Let's go to Sirach the 2. One of my favorite chapters. Push your mind in the right perspective about this walk. Because we claim a lot of things, but he don't tell you right out the gate what to expect if you're going to follow the Most High. That's right. Sirach the 2. We're going to read Sirach verses 2, verses 1 through 6. Then we're going to skip down because if you choose to serve the Most High, get ready for that furnace of adversity. Didn't he say he was the refiner? Right. So he going to put you in that fire to see what's real. 2 and 1. What did he say, my brother?
Sirach 2 and 1 or Ecclesiasticus. 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul. Thy soul for temptation.
Did you hear that? If you come to serve the Lord, don't look for no bed of roses. Yeah. Don't look for no candy and dandy. Don't look for everybody to like you. Yeah. Don't look for no whole lot of money in your pocket. Don't look for all that stuff that they say, like with the prosperity preacher say, if you follow the Lord, you're going to get out. Nah. Yeah. He said, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation.
Little 4 said spooky book.
Who said that? 4 Trials. Yeah, that spooky book. That spooky book. Hey, but hey, he telling you right. Yeah. Go ahead and continue to read.
Verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Hey, constantly. That means you got stuff coming at you all the time.
Man, that's the, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yes, sir. The life of an Israelite.
Yeah, that's that, boy. If it ain't
you hear me? And he said, prepare your mind for this. You got to get your mind right. We see it all the time. Get your mind right. He said, prepare your heart for constant. But go ahead, bro.
And constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble.
And don't get impatient. Because we're going to read, hey, that word patience means endurance. Yeah. Don't be, man, I'll be glad when I get out of this. Yeah. He said, be happy when it's happening to you. Be happy. Don't be all about, man, come on, Lord, now. Go ahead and read.
It say, cleave unto him.
Cleave unto him.
Depart not away.
Yes, sir.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
At your who?
Last end.
So it ain't about what you're going through now. It's about what's going to happen at the end of the road. And he said, cleave unto him. When stuff happens, don't run away from the Lord. Run to him. Go hard in the paint. Go ahead, bro.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Didn't we read that earlier? Yeah. Take it cheerfully. Go ahead and read.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Hey, man. And when they tell you can't teach no more, don't worry about it. When your family say you can't come to the cookhouse no more, don't worry about it. When nobody want to be around you no more, don't worry about it. He said, don't worry about when you change to a lower state. Because guess what? Everybody going to be talking, oh, man, such. This, that, and oh, man, he done fell out. She done fell out, man. He said, don't worry about that lower state. Because he going to tell you why, but go ahead and keep reading.
For gold is tried in the fire.
For what?
Gold
is tried in the fire. Now, hey, only difference between a lump of gold and a lump of coal is pressure. Yeah. And the lumps of coal that don't turn into lumps of gold, they turn to coal dust. So if you can't stand the pressure, you're going to turn to coal dust, you're going to be blown away. Yeah. He said gold, true gold, is, hey, man, you're going to have to go through some things. You want to shine. Everybody want to shine, but nobody want to grind. Yeah. Go ahead and read.
It says, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Man, start at the top and read that again.
For gold is tried in the fire. And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Are you an acceptable man, brother or sister? Because he said the acceptable ones are tried in the furnace of adversity. Yeah. See, like I said, if you ain't going through no adversity, you might want to check yourself. If everybody like you, and ha and everything, and you ain't got no problem, you might not be acceptable unto the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Believe in him and he will help thee.
Yes, sir.
Order thy way of right and trust in him.
Skip down, bro, and read verse 10. We're going to read verses 10 through 17. What it say?
Look at the generation of old and see.
Look at the generation of old and see.
Did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded?
Hey, David said it best. He said, I've been young and I've been old. And I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. But go ahead and read.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did ever despise, or whom did ever he despised that called upon him?
That's right, bro.
For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy.
Praise the Lord.
Long suffering.
Yes, sir.
And very pitiful.
And very pitiful. He got much mercy for his children. Go ahead.
And forgiveth sins. And saveth in the time of affliction.
And saveth in the time of affliction. But go ahead and read.
But woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands.
There go a warning. There go one of them 45 bullets going by you trying to get your attention. He said, woe be the fearful minds and faint hands. Go ahead.
And the sinner that goeth two ways.
Oh, the double-minded ones. Man, I love the Lord. Then soon as trouble comes, you going away from the truth. Soon as they put your feet to the fire and say, hey, man, you going to do it all way or you going to have to go over there with them. Hey, I'm down with you 1 minute, but when the trouble comes, I got the road. And we're going to read about a friend like that. See, woe to the one that go two ways. See, you going to stand on it or you ain't. Go ahead, bro.
That was verse 12.
Yeah, we're going to 17.
This is verse 13 right here. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted.
Woe to the one that give out.
And for he believeth not.
See, you hear that? Yeah. So when you, hey, man, when you don't stand on what you say you stand on, and you confessing one thing and doing it, he said, man, you don't believe in the Most High. You ain't got no faith. Go ahead, bro.
Therefore, he shall not be defended.
And Lord ain't gonna defend you in your time. Go ahead, bro.
Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Woe unto you that have gave up, that ain't got no endurance. Go ahead.
And what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you?
Hey, and when he come holler at you, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna have to say to him? Well, Lord, it was just too hard for me. Lord, they cast me out as a sinner. Lord, they said I was wrong. Lord, I just didn't have enough money, so I had to take that $5 I saw in that lady purse. What you gonna do when he come visit you? When you know you were supposed to do something right and didn't do it. Yeah. You ain't gonna have no excuse. Go ahead and read, bro.
They that fear Yahweh will not disobey his word.
Yes, sir.
They that love him will keep his way.
Will keep his way.
They that fear Yahweh will seek that which is well pleasing unto him.
Yes, sir.
And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Well, so the law gonna be, every time you go to do something wrong, the law gonna check you. It's gonna be right there trying to get your attention and say, that's not the way. Go ahead and read 17. What it say?
They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts.
They that fear the Lord will get their minds right.
And humble their souls in his sight.
And hey, you're going to be humble. You ain't going to get puffed up. You ain't going to get haughty. You're going to humble yourself before the Lord and have your mind constantly on him and his laws and that which is right. Because trouble comes. When you prepare, hey, when you choose to follow the Lord, you better prepare your soul for temptation. And it could be some of the littlest things, bro. It ain't got to be nothing real big. It could be some of the littlest things. And he checking all that. Where we at?
Sirach 6.
We go, oh, yeah, going over to, we still in Ecclesiastes. Flip on over to the 6th chapter. And bro, we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up at verse 6. We're going to pick it up at 6 because, hey, friends going to leave. Then we say, friend, hey, man, when you real about this, when you 100, as they say about this, you going to lose a friend. And it's going to hurt. But he telling you, he going to tell you in his 6 how not to get so caught up in your feelings because he going to tell you, you going to have to test them to see if they read. And look, I'm going to say this here. It didn't happen to me recently. It didn't happen to me. You going to stand or you going to bend and break. Like the brother said in the movie, he said, I don't kneel to men. He said it's too hard to get back up. Yeah. But where we at? Sirach 6, bro, verse 6. What did it say, my young brother?
Be in peace with many.
Be in peace with many.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
You hear that? So, hey, you can be cool with a lot of people. But guess what? You need to have that one that's going to be real with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be at peace with many, but have only a counselor, one of 1,000. Everybody can like you, but everybody shouldn't be able to get close to you. Everybody shouldn't be able to whisper in your ear. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, one counselor.
One counselor of 1,000.
That means you don't supposed to let everybody in your ear.
That's it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That says one of 1,000.
Yes, sir. Continue to read.
It says, if thou wouldest get a friend.
If thou wouldest get it, what you got to do?
Prove him.
Prove him. Test him. Try him to see if he real.
Be not hasty to credit him.
Hey, man, that's my boy there, man. Yeah. That's my partner, man. Hey, to the end, my friend. Yeah. Hey, don't be hasty to give him all that credit. Don't be hasty to heap praise up on him too quickly. And you ain't proved him yet. He ain't proved himself to you yet. Because guess what? When the going get tough, they get going. They get away from you. They say, when they tell you to make a choice, either be with them or be with us, and you be with us, then you want my friend. Not my real friend, not my real brother.
And they in the wrong.
And they in the wrong, and you know, and you done said they in the wrong. You know they in the wrong. And you still choose up with them. Go ahead and read.
That was verse.
That was
verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Hey, for that man right there, he a friend as long as everything going good. Yeah. As long as he can benefit from you. If he can get something out of you or from you, he just there for his own occasion. But go ahead and read.
Right. And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Did you see that? And when trouble comes, he gone. When it's time to stand 10 toes down, they gone. He ain't gonna abide in the day of trouble. But go ahead and read.
And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
And guess what? All your business you told him, when it's your time to go through that, he gonna be over there talking about you and telling all your business. He gonna be telling, yeah, man, y'all right. Such. See this? Hey, that's why he said proving, didn't he? Go ahead and finish, bro.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
Oh, yeah, when the table full, he your companion, but go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
And you heard that? See, long the table full, everything good, we eating good, everything going good, we straight, we partner. But when the day of affliction comes, hey, Bobby Womack, nobody wants you when you're down and out. Go ahead and read.
But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself.
He go, man, I'm with you, man. Go ahead.
And will be bold over thy servant.
Hey, when everything going good, he gonna get so bold, he gonna think he can do what you do in your house. Tell you how to run your stuff. Go ahead and read, man. This real, ain't it?
Yeah, it's real.
Go ahead.
If thou be brought low.
If thou be brought low.
He will be against thee. He will hide himself from thy face.
Where you at? I need you. Where you at? Go ahead, bro.
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
And take heed of thy friends.
And make note of the ones that's reading. Why?
It says, for a faithful friend is a strong defense. And he that hath found such in one have found a treasure.
Did you catch that? If you ever find a friend like that, it's like finding a rare treasure. You ain't walking around, everybody walking around finding treasures today, are they?
No.
Guess what? So if you find somebody gonna be 10 toes down with you like that, you done found something very precious.
They saying the sound. We're going in and out. Can y'all hear us? Put a 7 in there if y'all can hear us.
They said the sound going in and out?
Yeah.
On what, Facebook or YouTube?
Nah, we just on Facebook.
Wait, we just on Facebook, the sound going in and out?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, we got 2 Facebook Lives going, so one of them ought to be in. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? One of them ought to be in.
Yeah, just put a 7 up.
Somebody put a 7 up in the comments if y'all can hear.
If y'all can hear us.
Somebody put me a 7 up there. Somebody. Yeah, keep on rolling. Verse 17.
Yeah. Verse 17.
No, 16. I'm
sorry.
Verse
16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life. And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Go ahead, bro.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
So, hey, we ought to be 10 toes down together. Yeah. Strapped at the hip together, man. Yeah. I shouldn't be going one way, you going the other way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We got to continue in this thing. Yeah. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 22, man. Ezekiel the 22. All praise and honor and glory to the Most High. Ezekiel the 22. Hey, man, and this walk can get lonely sometimes. Bro, I mean, I know I done felt that way. I'm quite sure you done felt that way times. This walk can get lonely. Even if you married, sometimes it's like you still feel like sometimes that you're alone because you just really can't, you don't think everybody's feeling it or seeing it the way you feeling or seeing it. And so, hey, man, that's when you got to lean on the Lord the most, even the more. Ezekiel 22, and where we going? We're going to verse 17. And we're going to read verses 17 through 22. Because, hey, the worst thing you can do is stray. Don't stray when the trouble comes. Hang tight. Go ahead and read.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross.
Dross, that's impurities on metal. Go ahead.
All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace.
Hey, all that stuff get burnt up in a fire. The gold is the only thing, or the silver is the only thing that's staying. But go ahead and read. Middle 18.
Middle 18. I'm sorry, I keep losing my place. And lead in the midst of the furnace, and they are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore I will gather you unto the midst of Jerusalem.
Hey, he talking in time right here. Go ahead and read.
As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it and to melt it.
And to do what?
To melt it.
Go ahead.
So will I gather you in my anger and in my fury.
Yes, sir.
And I will leave you there and melt you.
He going to leave you in the fire. You going to be in the fire, in the lake of fire. And he going to leave you there and melt you, man. Go ahead.
Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath.
Yes, sir.
And you shall be melted in the midst thereof.
Go ahead, bro.
As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall you be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I have poured out my fury upon you.
There you go. Hey, there it is right there. He said he going to pour out his fury. When he said he going to gather you to Jerusalem, that means you're going to be right outside the kingdom in the lake of fire. So, hey, he said, and see, gold, when they put in the fire, it still come out gold. But when you put that brass and all, hey, man, it melt away. It ain't nothing but dross, impurities. Where we at, bro?
Isaiah 48.
Isaiah, flip back. Flip back to Isaiah the 48. Isaiah the 48, bro. And we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up in verse 1 and 2. Because, hey, if we call ourselves by his name, he going to see if you read. You out here hollering about you a Hebrew Israelite, you standing on the word, you standing on the commandments, he going to see. He going to see. Isaiah the 48. And pick it up at 1. We're going to read verses 1 and 2, then we're going to skip down. What did it say?
Hear ye this, O house of Jacob.
So he talking to Israel, ain't he? Go ahead.
Which are called by the name of Israel.
Yes, sir.
And are come forth out of the waters of Judah.
Go ahead.
Which swear by the name of Yahweh and make mention of the God of Israel, but not in truth.
But not in truth.
No in righteousness.
See, guess what? You swear by the name. You swear by it. I go to class every Sabbath day. I do this, I do that. You swear by the name, but you ain't doing it in righteousness. And he know it. Because he looking in your mind. Go ahead, bro.
For they call themselves of the holy city. And state themselves upon the God of Israel.
They always calling his name. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts is his name.
The Lord of hosts is his name. Skip down, bro, and read that 8. Read 8 through 11. What it say?
Yea, thou heardest not. Yea, thou knewest not. Yea, that from the time thy ear was not open. For I knew that thou wouldest deal very treacherously.
What? Wait a minute. He knew that you were going to deal treacherously with his name? Yeah. You leaning on it, and he knew you were going to deal treacherously. Go ahead.
And was called a transgressor from the womb.
Wait a minute, bro. That sounds like some predestination to me. That sounds like, hey, he know the ones who going to follow him, the ones who ain't. You better check yourself. Go ahead and read.
For my name's sake will I defer my anger.
Yeah.
And for my praise will I refrain from thee.
And just because of his namesake, because you carry the name Israel, which is one of God's name, he ain't going to totally consume the nation. Go ahead.
That I cut thee not off. Behold, I have refined
thee. He had what?
Refined
thee. There go that fire again. That'll sail again. Go ahead.
But not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Did we read that in that Sirach? Hey, man, go ahead and read.
For my own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted?
And that's that drought. He said, you pollute my name when you're doing unrighteous acts. So he said, just for my name's sake, I'm going to try to refine you. I'm going to put you in this furnace of adversity or this furnace of affliction to see if you're going to come out like gold, to see if you're going to come out and shine, or you're going to be like iron and lead and just melt. Go ahead and read.
And I will not give my glory into another.
That's right, brother. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to Proverbs 25. Proverbs 25. And we're going to read verses 4 through 5. Proverbs 25, verses 4 through 5. When you get it, my brother, go ahead.
Take away the dross from the silver.
Take away the impurities from the silver.
And there shall come forth a vessel for the refined.
Yes, sir.
Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established.
So, hey, righteous. There you go again. That dross and that wickedness is the same thing. Impurities is the same. Hey, man, get that mess out of here. Get it out your mind. Get it out your thought life. Deal righteously with your brothers and sisters. Where we at, TJ?
Jeremiah chapter 17.
Flip back. Go back to Jeremiah 17. Because, hey, I done heard this so much in my lifetime. That's another thing I'm kind of sick of. The Lord know my heart. Yeah. He know my heart, baby. Yeah, but he know your heart, and he going to tell you what's in your mind. He going to tell you what's in your thought. Because he said they was a transgression from the womb. Yeah. Didn't it? Yeah. He going to bag it up with another script. So when you let them words come out your mouth, just remember, you may be speaking condemnation to yourself. Because we finna read that. Jeremiah 17 and 9, what do it say?
The heart is deceitful above all things.
The mind is deceitful above all things.
And desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked. What?
Who can know it?
The only one that can know it is the Most High. Because, hey, if I keep my mouth closed, folks don't know I'm sinning in my mind. They don't know I got them evil thoughts in my mind. But the Lord knows. And he said the heart above all things is desperately wicked. Continue to read.
I, Yahweh, searched the heart.
I searched the heart.
I tried the reins.
I tried the thoughts.
Even to give every man according to his ways. And according to the fruit of his doing.
Now can you look in the mirror with a bold face and a straight face, say, the Lord know my heart. Yeah, he do. Yes, he does. And I wouldn't dare nothing to brag on. Nothing. That's it on that, ain't it? Yeah. Let's go to the next place. Matthew the 3. Matthew the chapter the 3. And we're going to pick it up at verse 10. Matthew the 3 and verse 10. We're going to read verses 10 through 12. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
And now also, the axe is laid to the root of the tree.
Did you hear that? Hey, judgment coming. The axe is laid at the root. Go ahead.
Therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
And cast into the fire. Keep hearing about this fire, don't we?
Yeah, I got a precept for that.
Go ahead, bro.
Malachi 4:1.
Yes, sir. We can go there. Flip back to Malachi real quick. Malachi what? 4:1? Malachi 4:1. Yes, sir.
And it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Now, we didn't write that.
No.
We didn't write that. So guess what? Man, he said he gonna burn you like stubble, man.
Leave neither root nor branch.
Leave neither root nor branch. He said the axe is laid at the tree, meaning, hey, the judgment is sitting. And when the judgment sit, bro, he said, hey, didn't he say he gonna begin at the house of the Most High? Yeah. So, hey, when the judgment's sitting at the house, man, look, he said the righteous scarcely make it out the fire. Where shall the sinner and the ungodly appear? So all these scripts either saying when he put you in the fire, you gonna come as pure gold, or you gonna stay in the fire and be burned up like stubble. But go back to that Matthew, bro. You left off in that 10, right? At 3 and 10. We at verse 11. What did it say?
I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance. But he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoes I am not worthy to bear.
Go ahead.
He shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost.
And what?
And with fire.
And with what?
Fire.
Go ahead.
Whose fan is in his hand.
And he gonna keep fanning that fire, gonna get it hotter and hotter and hotter. Go ahead.
And he will thoroughly purge his floor. And gather his wheat into the garner.
Yes, sir.
But he will burn up the chaff with the unquenchable fire.
Just read that again. Hey. Either your works gonna stand or they ain't. And if they don't stand, you're going to the lake. Now, I'm asking all my conscious Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, where you at? Is your works gonna stand or they gonna get burned up? You know, and the Most High know. Because you know what you doing or ain't doing that you supposed to be doing. Am I right? So, hey, that's a warning. We keep hearing about these woes. Warning. Where we at?
Matthew chapter 7.
Flip right on over to Matthew 7. We rolling through. Matthew 7. And we just going to read for the sake of time verses 20 through 23. Because if your works don't stand, we done read several times. We're going to read it one more time. 7 and 20. What do it say, bro?
Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Go ahead, bro.
Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Wait a minute. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. Because they teach, the Sunday man teach, that this ain't church folk. But I've been out in the streets. I ain't never had the harlot of the prostitute say she was selling her body in the Lord's name. I ain't never met a drug dealer or knew a drug dealer that was selling drugs in the Most High name. No thief ain't never stolen in his name. Murderer ain't never murdered in his name. So this got to be talking about people that call themselves followers of Christ. Because keep reading, what do it say?
And in thy name have cast out devils. And in thy name have done many wonderful works.
What did it say?
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Hey, man, I don't care if you're a Sunday man, which we know the Sunday man always jacked up. I don't care if you're a Sabbath day keeper. If you constantly doing iniquity and you constantly doing wrong, don't look to get in the kingdom. I don't care how much letter of the law you keep. I don't care how many feast days you go to and serve on. If you just keeping the letter of the law, like them Pharisees, you ain't getting in. Simple and plain. I don't care if you don't eat pig meat. If you ain't keeping the spirit of the law, don't look to get in. Where we at?
2nd Maccabees.
All right, now we're going to go read about one of our beloved brothers, one of our elders. We're going to 2nd Maccabees, the 6th. Now, we're going to read about this brother, Eleazar. He stood on it. Not only stood on it for his own self, but he stood on the fact that, hey, he didn't want to be a stumbling block to none of the young brothers and sisters. He stood on it even unto death. Even unto death. So, hey, We ain't got there yet, TJ, but we gonna get there. It's gonna come a day. Now we gonna see this brother here, man. He even told them, "Hey, man, I'll meet you over there at the torture rack if it come to this." So we finna read about this brother. 2 Maccabees, brother, the 6th. 2 Maccabees, the 6th. And we gonna read verses 1 through 9. And for the sake of time, we ain't gonna read the whole thing. But we gonna read 1 through 9, then we gonna skip down. But go ahead and read.
Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, and not to live after the laws of God.
Go ahead.
And to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius.
So this is when the Greek tyrant Antiochus Epiphanes came through there. But go ahead.
And that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place.
Go ahead, bro.
The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles.
Go ahead.
Who dallied with harlots.
Now they sleeping with prostitutes up in the temple of the Most High God and everything. But go ahead.
And had to do with women within the circuit of the holy place. And beside that bought in things that were not lawful.
Go ahead.
The altar was also filled with profane things, which the law forbid.
Go ahead, bro.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself to be a Jew,
so
to be at all a Jew.
See, like I said, ain't nobody persecute you now for keeping the Sabbath day. Ain't nobody persecute you now for not eating pig meat and shrimp and catfish. Ain't nobody persecute you now for that. But the time is coming. Just like this was a foreshadowing of the things that's to come. Then when these Gentiles start, hunting you down like so many dogs and cats. Because the book say he turned to make war with the remnant of her seed. See, Antiochus Epiphanes was not the abomination of desolation. He was just a precursor or a foreshadowing of the thing that's going to come upon the children of Israel. But go ahead and read. Verse 6.
That was verse, I finished verse 6.
No, you finished verse 5.
Yeah, we had read verse. I'm gonna read verse 6 again.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Go ahead.
That sounds like Jacob's trouble.
Yes, sir.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying.
So they got this guy, this king, got them at this feast, and he's sacrificing all kind of abominable things, and they being compelled and constrained to eat and to worship this king. But go ahead and read.
Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they shall observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifice.
Go ahead. All right, now skip down, brother. Verse now we read it 9, then we're gonna skip.
And whoso will not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. That then might a man have seen the present misery.
So I'm gonna ask you again. When they come for you, what you gonna do? When the blade come, what you gonna do? When they start skinning your loved ones, your family members alive, like they did that woman and her 7 sons for not bound and breaking, what you gonna do? But go ahead, bro. Skip down to verse 18 and continue to read.
Eleazar, one of the principal scribes.
Now this a learned brother, ain't it? Yeah. Principal scribe, go ahead.
An aged man of a well-favored countenance.
Yes, sir.
Was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Now I want y'all to picture what's going on. This big celebration for this king. And they got one of the principal scribes, chief man. They tell him, look, man, eat this pig meat. So and let me say this here. Y'all got to understand this your history, Zion. These your forefathers. And when you transgress the law, oh man, I ain't got to get that crucial with that. It ain't about you not only do a disservice to them, but you do a disservice to the Most High and to your heritage. Yeah. This is what you got to understand. This brother going to stand on it no matter what. And he going to say, I'm not only doing this for me, for my name, but I'm doing this that the people on down the road and the ones that looking at me now don't fall. So when you do that, you do a disservice to your family, your ancient ones, and to your God. But continue to read.
Verse 19, but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination. Spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment.
And he said, hey, he spit it out of his mouth and said, I ain't eating that garbage. And he said, I'll meet you there. Where the torture chamber at? Because I ain't eating it. Acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. Son, when you come prepare your soul to follow the Most High, you better get ready for the temptation. You better get ready for the furnace. You better get ready to be tried. Go ahead and read.
As it behooves them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted.
And he said, I'm resolute in this thing. I don't care about if it come down to this in my life, you can have my life because I ain't doing it. But go ahead.
But they that had the charge of the wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man.
Now, what? Now, here we go, right here. These his buddies. These are Hellenized Jews that had got charge of the wicked feast, and they were old acquaintances of his. Now, look what they finna try to get this brother to do. And look what his response is. Go ahead and read.
Taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision. Such as was lawful for him to use.
Right.
And make as if he did eat the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
Did you see that? They said, hey, man, do this right here. Let's go get some of your meat, deer meat or whatever, that's lawful for you to eat, and just act like you eating the king's meat, the swine. He said, man, don't die for this, man. Just don't act like you eating it, but we're going to give you something that's lawful for you to eat, and then just make it look like you doing it.
So you can't even be in the spirit of acting like you're going against the Most High.
And what it tell you in Thessalonians, abstain from all appearances of evil. See, these your butt. See, in that time of adversity fixed, then they say he going to be an abhorrent to you. Yep. Go ahead and read.
Verse 22, that in so doing he might be delivered from death. And for the old friendship with them find favor.
See, man, we can take care of you, man. You know, you been with us for a while. I'm gonna get this, make it look like you eating it. Go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 23, but he began to consider discreetly, as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years,
yes, sir,
and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child.
Paul said that to Timothy, didn't he? That from a child you have known the Holy Scripture, which are able to make you wise unto salvation. This brother drawing back on his memory of the law. Go ahead.
Or rather the holy law made and given by God.
Yes, sir.
Therefore he answered accordingly, and he willed them straight ways to send him to the grave.
He said, hey, man, bump what y'all talking about. Send me over there to kill me. He said, man, y'all ain't talking about nothing. See, these poop butt set out Negroes. That'll bend and break just for a few more minutes or hours on this earth. They'll compromise. They'll sell you out, your mama out, their own family out. Sell you out for a little comfort and a little pleasure. Go ahead and read.
For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble.
Now, do y'all know what dissemble means? Dissemble is a form of lying or deceit or deceiving. Yeah. He said, man, we too old for this. Yeah. We've been in this walk too long. Go ahead, bro.
That was verse 24. Whereby many young persons may think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
He said, man, the young brother looked at him, man, old dude, man, the chief scribe and flipped. And if he flipped at 90, what they think they can do when they young bucks and they watching this? Right. He said, man, I can't do this, man. I'm 80 and 10, I'm 90 years old, man. He said, man, you think I ain't got but a few days left anyway, and I'm gonna sell it out. So but look what else he said. But go ahead. This is really hardcore right here.
And so they, through mind hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me.
Judge of another man's conscience. He said they're going to be deceived by me because they looking at this brother. That's why I tell you elders and whatnot, watch what you doing. Go ahead and read.
And I get a stain to my old age.
Yes, sir.
And make it abominable.
And make my name a good name hard to come by here with the book say. Go ahead.
For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men.
Of men?
Yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty.
What?
Neither alive nor dead.
Because he going to wake you up and kill you forever. And what little time that brother would have had left on earth in life, the Lord would have probably put something on him. Man, Ajax couldn't screw about. Because he said, I ain't going to escape the Almighty alive or dead. He said, so bump what y'all talking about. Let's go. What we doing the beating at? What we doing the skinning at? Where they chopping the heads off at? He said, I'm going to die a glorious death. Then Acts 15 said, men have hazarded their lives for this gospel. And you going to turn around and give up? You weak. He said, man, if your strength is small as you faint in the day of adversity. Go ahead and read, young brother.
Well, for now, manfully changing this life, I will show myself such as one as my age requires.
Yes, sir.
And leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy law.
Did you hear that? He said, I'm going to leave this act I'm finna do going to be a testament, an example for the young that, hey, man, don't bend and don't break. Whatever they do, they throw you out the synagogue, they throw you out the church, they throw you out the camp, don't bend, don't break. They discard you, they cast your name out as evil, don't bend and don't break. Whatever it is, don't bend and don't break. Go ahead and read.
And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment.
He went or they drug him?
He went.
That means, let's go. What y'all waiting on? Let's go. He ain't waiting on nobody to drag him over there. He went to the torment. Break out the strap. Let's go. Go ahead and read.
They that led him, changing the goodwill, they bear him a little before into hatred. Because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind.
They said, man, dude, he's gone crazy. Man, he gonna take this beating, this whipping, this torture, just because he don't want to eat no pig meat. Man, dude, gone crazy. But he had a sound mind. He had a mind to follow what thus said the Lord. See, when you stand for the Lord, you're going to look crazy. When you stand on the truth, you're going to look, what they call it, radical. Because everybody else said, there's something wrong with you. But go ahead and read.
Verse 30, but when he was ready to die with stripes.
When he was ready to die with stripes?
He groaned and said, it is manifest unto whereas I might have been delivered from death. I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul am well content to suffer these things.
Yes, sir.
Because I fear him.
He said, in body, I'm going through this pain. He said, but in my mind, I'm well content. Count it all joy to suffer these things. Dude got a first-class ticket to the God family. Simple and plain. Go ahead and finish that, bro.
And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue.
Yes, sir.
Not only unto young men, but unto all his nation.
And even unto this day, to all his nation. This brother said, hey, man, they going to be talking about me through the annals of time because I'm going to leave this for a memorial that I suffered in body. But, hey, was joy in my mind for the kingdom and for kingdom business. Great man of God. Where we going, bro?
We going.
When you going to read that Daniel?
Okay, 1 Corinthians.
We going to 1 Corinthians.
All right.
Because everybody knows the story of Daniel, or the three brothers. Yeah. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. We ain't going to read that tonight for the sake of time. Where we going? 1 Corinthians. Yeah. 1 Corinthians the 13th.
No, 1 Corinthians 3.
1 Corinthians 3 and 13, I'm sorry. 1 Corinthians 3 and 13, family. 1 Corinthians 3:13. When you get in, my brother, go ahead and read.
Every man's work shall be made manifest.
Every man, that's all inclusive. Yeah. Everybody work gonna get tested and tried in the fire. And everything gonna be made known, manifest. Go ahead and read.
For the day shall declare it.
That day gonna declare it?
Because it shall be revealed by fire.
I just told you, gonna be revealed by fire. Go ahead and read.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
So guess what? Either it's going to come out shining like gold and be purified, or it's going to melt like iron and lead and be left there to melt. Your works. Go ahead and read.
If any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon,
he going to what?
He shall receive a reward.
And that reward is being born into the God family. But go ahead and read.
If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved. Yet so is by fire.
Hey, some of y'all gonna get in by the skin of your teeth. Skin of your teeth. That's why he said the scarcity gonna be saved. Where we at now, bro?
1 Corinthians 10.
Flip over to 1 Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians 10, we're gonna read one verse. Cause see, look, how you respond, man, can save your soul. How you respond in a time of adversity, in the fiery trial, could say just the way you respond in that could help save you. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, what did it say?
There have no temptations taken you but such as come into man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear.
Hey, man, look, don't hold on. Stay strong. Keep your wits about you. And always focus and concentrate on the word of the Most High. That's why you always supposed to be reading. Always supposed to be meditating. Always supposed to be fasting and praying. So when those times come upon you, you can endure. You can have that patience. Yeah. So you won't fall. So you won't buckle, and you won't bend, and you won't break. Where we at, bro?
We at James chapter 1.
Keep going back. Flip on back to James 1. James 1. James 1, and we're going to pick it up, bro, at verse 2. Because, hey, enduring your test and trial, we know where it leads to now. Because if you don't endure, it leads to death. If you do endure, it leads to life. 1 and 2, bro, what did it say?
My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations.
We read that. We read this again. Be cheerful in this thing. Go ahead and read.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
That the trial, testing, examination, purifying of your faith worketh endurance. Go ahead.
But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Go ahead.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yah, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given.
So if you ain't got, you need the strength, if you need some understanding, pray to the Most High, he'll give it to you. That's all you got to do. Go ahead and read.
But let him ask in faith, nothing waver.
Hey, and you can't be that man that go two ways. You can't be that flip-floppy man. You can't go to the Most High, Lord, I pray and I believe you're going to give me this, or you're going to help me with this, and then like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have to catch myself doing that. Then put the thing before the Most High and then go back to start. Hey, maybe I need to do it like this. Maybe I need to do it like that. Man, you cancel that. You got to hit the reset button now. You got to go before the Most High and ask for forgiveness now, and then go through what you're going through, and then go back and try it again. Because you laid it at the master's feet and then went and picked it back up. That ain't no trust. That ain't no faith. Go ahead and read.
For he that waver is like a wave of the sea.
See that?
Driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of your house.
And you just read it right there yourself. It ain't gonna happen. Because you just like a wind, like a leaf that's blowing in the wind, or a wave that's blowing. You going any which way the wind blowing, that's the way you going. You ain't got no stability. You ain't got no, you ain't rooted and grounded in what you believe in. So you ain't going to get nothing. Where you at, TJ?
Verse 8.
Read it.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is unstable in all the ways. Skip down to verse 12.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Now, here go the flip side of the coin. Blessed is the man that is tried. Go ahead.
For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life.
Yes, sir.
Which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
And how do you love the Lord? By keeping his commandments. All his law. Not just the letter. Go ahead and read.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yah. For Yah cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempted he any man.
Go ahead.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
And enticed. So guess what? You did what you wanted to do. I had a conversation, man, some months ago, and somebody said, well, I want to do this, but you do what you want to do. We grown. Stop playing with yourself. You did what you wanted to do. You did it because you wanted to do it. Anything we want to do, we do it. You was drawn away with your own luck. Man, I want to read, but I just can't concentrate. Yes, you can. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Ain't no excuses. Stop with the excuses. When you stop with the excuses, you'll begin to see the power of the Most High. But when you got excuses, that's all they are is excuses. Where we at, TJ?
Verse 15.
Read it.
Then when the lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
It bringeth forth death. Keep saying it. To the lake. Where we going now? 1 Peter. Flip on back. 1 Peter. Verses 3 through 7. Peter the 1. 1 Peter the chapter 1. And we're going to read verses 3 through 7. When you get it, my brother, go ahead.
Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again into a lively hope by
to a lively hope. Go ahead.
Of Jesus Christ from the dead.
Go ahead.
To an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you.
So he talking about eternal life, but go ahead and read.
Who are kept by the power of God through faith and unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time.
Go ahead, bro.
Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season. If need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptation.
Through manifold, so he said many. And we read over in that Sirach said continual trials and tribulations. So, get ready for it. But if you endure to the end, man, you got a crown of life coming. But continue to read.
The trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ.
See, there it is again. That examination, that testing, that trial of your faith is like gold being tried in the fire until the day of our Lord and Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach. Hold on, Israel. Don't bend, Israel. Don't break. Hebrews. For you, Hebrews. Flip back. Hebrews 11.
12.
Hebrews 11. Oh, yeah, Hebrews 12 first. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get on about it. Hebrews 12. And we're going to read verses 1 through 11. Then we're going to skip. Hey, because he just said constant test going to come. Then we read that 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Now, look at what he gonna say it again. Pick it up at the 1. What it say?
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses.
Yes, sir.
Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us.
That so easily beset us. Go ahead and read.
And let us run with patience.
Run with endurance.
The race that is set before thee. Looking unto Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith. Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Now, ain't none of us endure no cross like that. No whippings, no beatings, not yet. But hey, that's the mind you got to have. You got to go through these things. He did it so he can get us back to our original plan of state that he wanted us to be in. You got to endure. Go ahead and finish, bro.
For consider him that endures such contradiction to sinners against himself. Lest ye be weary and faint in your mind.
And don't faint. Go ahead.
Ye have not resisted under blood.
And you ain't resisted under blood?
Striving against sin.
Hey, Eleazar did. Eleazar resisted under blood. That woman, her 7 sons, resisted under blood. The prophets resisted under blood. Christ resisted under blood. And these small things that so easily beset us, we get all worked up about. We get all in our feelings about. Just cause the light bill late, the house note late, they don't like me this, and they did this. So easily beset us. And these folks, these brothers and these sisters, our Lord, and resisted unto blood. And we got the nerve to twist our lips and complain when stuff just don't go our way. Go ahead and read, bro.
And have ye forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as children? My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Go ahead.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chastens, and scores every son whom he receiveth.
And like I said, you may not be in the way if you ain't getting no chastisement, no purge, no trial by fire. You may not be in the way. Go ahead.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as son. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Go ahead, bro.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers,
then what?
Then ye are bastards.
Then, hey, I didn't write that. You a bastard. So if you ain't going through nothing, if you ain't being despised and tried, you might not be in the way. Go ahead and read.
And not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Yes, sir.
For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure.
Go ahead.
But he for our profit.
That
we may be partakers of his holiness.
That we may be partakers of the Elohim. Go ahead and read.
Now, no chastening for the present seeming to be joyous, but grievous.
Hey, man, and no chastening. Hey, you loving life, you living life, no problem, everything candy, fine, dandy. But hey, guess what? You might want to check that. Go ahead and read.
Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of the righteousness.
Skip. Go ahead.
Unto them which are exercised thereby.
Skip down, brother. Verse 15. What do it say?
Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you. And thereby many be defiled.
And hey, when these trouble come, man, folks faint out. They fall out. And now you defile with everything that's contrary to the word of the Most High God. But go ahead and read.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person, as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
And look, like I said, man, you can lose your whole eternal salvation over something small. He despised his birthright and gave it up for a small morsel, a bowl of soup. And then my brother say a side of cornbread. Man, you can lose your eternal salvation, your birthright, man, over something. You got to check yourself at all times. That one little small thing can get you, man, cast away. Go ahead and finish, bro.
17, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he sought no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Yeah, he cried like a little baby, like a little woman, but he didn't repent. He went into vengeance mode. Instead of repenting and say, Lord, I have sinned. Please forgive me. He went in straight vengeance mode. And he been on our backs ever since then. Where we at, bro?
Psalm 7.
Psalm the 7. Flip all the way back. Psalm the 7. And we're going to read one verse. Psalm the 7 and verse 9. What do it say?
Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. But establish the just. For the righteous God tried the hearts and rein.
He tried the heart and rein. We're going to get the precept of that. Go to Hebrews 11. Let the wicked be snared. Hebrews 11. And we're going to pick it up. I should have told you to leave a mark in Hebrews. Hebrews 11, we're going to pick it up at verse 1, man. And then we're gonna read verses 1 through 2. Then we're gonna skip all the way down for the sake of time. Hebrews 11 and verse 1. When you get it, bro, go ahead and read.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Belief is the faith of things hoped for.
The evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. You said read
verses 1 and 2. Then
okay, yeah. Then skip down where?
Then skip down all the way down to 32.
Okay. Verse 32 it says, and what shall I say more? For the time will fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of Samson and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel and of the prophet, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, and stopped the mouth of lions.
What else they do, bro?
Quenched the violence of fire.
See, and we didn't read that Daniel 3, but hey, you can go back and read that Daniel 3. That their faith, them three brothers' faith, quenched the violence of fire. And you can even go over there and read that Jasher about our father Abraham. Quenched the violence of fire through their faith. But go ahead and read.
Escaped the edge of the sword. Out of weakness were made strong. Waxed valiant in fight.
Yes, sir.
Turned to flight the armies of the alien.
Go ahead.
Women received their dead raised to life again.
And this is if you go through the fire. Go through the test and remain faithful. You can do these things as well, but go ahead and read.
And others were tormented, not accepting deliverance.
Yeah, we read that about Eleazar, didn't he? He said, man, hey, I'll meet you over there. Kill me, I ain't going. Go ahead and read.
That they might obtain a better resurrection.
Yes, sir.
And others had trial of cruel mocking. And scourging. Yea, moreover, bonds and imprisonment.
Some of them were thrown in jail. Go ahead.
They were stoned. They were sawn asunder. Were tempted. Were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted.
Go ahead, bro.
Tormented. Of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains, and in dens and caves of the earth.
Go ahead.
And these all having obtained a good report through faith.
No, your something wrong with your Bible, man.
And all these having obtained a good report through faith.
Now, I don't know none of your family members that I know in this day and age went through none of this. So they can't be up there with the Most High power. Because he said they all obtained a good report. Go ahead and read.
Receive not the promise.
They ain't received the promise yet.
God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect.
And everybody gonna get it at the same time. Who gonna get it? So they ain't up there smiling, looking down. If your father, your forefather, grandmama, big mama, them that did some more than these folk, then hey, they ain't there.
Right.
So they ain't up there either. Where we at, man?
We at Hebrews 4.
Flip back. Hebrews 4. Hebrews the 4. And we're going to read 11 through 13, bro. Hebrews the 4, 11 through 13. When you get there, go ahead and read.
Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest.
Let us work. Let us strive. Let us contend to enter into that rest.
Lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. For the word of Yah is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword.
Go ahead.
Piercing even to the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit.
And what?
And of the joints and marrow.
Go ahead.
And is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Hey, so he know if you contend for the faith. He know if you gonna slip. He know if you ain't gonna make it because you faithless. It's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of your mind. Why you doing what you doing? Why you saying what you saying? Go ahead and read. That was it?
No.
Now read that 13.
Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight. But all things are naked.
But some things.
All things.
A few things.
All things.
Just the thing that he can't see.
All things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do.
All things are naked. So I don't care if you portray one thing and doing another. He know it because all things. It even tell you that Ecclesiasticus, hey man, his eyes like 1,000 times more than a man. burning like the sun. You can't get away from this guy. He know if you going, hey man, he know his people. He know his creation. What you gonna do? Where we at, TJ?
We in 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
Next to the last plate. We're gonna let you out of here. 2 Corinthians 4. 2 Corinthians 4. And we're gonna pick it up at verse 13, man. Because guess what? Everything's gonna be made manifest, and he gonna prove you to see if you faithful. 4 and 13, bro. I mean 4 and 8. I'm sorry, 4 and 8. Right. Go ahead and read.
We are troubled on every side.
We are troubled on every side. Go ahead.
Yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Now, this the mindset. You're going to have a strong mind when all these things come up on you to keep your mind steady and to keep your mind focused on the Most High. Go ahead.
Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed.
Go ahead.
Always burned about in the body the dying of the Lord Jesus. That the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our body.
And that's why we doing it. So he can be manifest in us. But go ahead and read.
For we which live are always delivered unto death for Jesus' sake.
Did you hear that? We go always, constantly. We've been hearing this stuff gonna keep on rolling. We that live are constantly killed for his sake. Go ahead.
That the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our mortal flesh.
Go ahead, bro.
So then death worketh in us, but life in you.
Go ahead.
We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe. And therefore have I spoken.
Yes, sir.
I also believe and therefore speak.
Go ahead and read.
Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Jesus shall raise up us also by Jesus.
There it is.
And shall present us with you.
And gonna present us with you, not before you. We just read that in that Hebrew, but go ahead.
For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might be through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of God.
Go ahead.
For which cause we faint not.
For which cause we faint not.
But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Hey, you got to kill that old man. And you got to know that, hey, you going to be in the God family, man, if you endure to the end. This is the whole thing about going through this fiery trial, through this life. Where we at, TJ?
Romans 8.
Last place. Romans 8. And I thank the Most High for his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of his word. Romans 8. We're going to pick it up at the 5. We're going to read verses 5 through 7. Then we're going to do a little skipping. Because, we just read, though, we be tried, persecuted, throat shot down, whatever. And he going to say, all that, even though you go through these things, if you stay faithful, nothing can separate you from the Most High love. Go ahead and read. 8 and 5.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
And that's what them brothers tried to get Eleazar to do, but go ahead and read.
But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
Yes, sir.
For to be carnally minded is death.
To be carnally minded is death.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yes, sir.
That was verse.
Yeah, you got to read that through 7. Yeah.
Okay. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
Same thing Eleazar was saying. Go ahead.
For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Skip down and read verse 18. What it say?
Verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Far from it. Go ahead and skip down and read verse 26 through 28. Excuse me.
Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmity.
The Spirit gonna help your infirmity, your shortcomings. Go ahead and read.
For we know not what we should pray for as we ought.
Right.
But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is in the mind of the Spirit. Because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of God.
Go ahead.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yah, to them who are the called according to his purpose.
Hey, and even those things that we go through are for our good. He didn't say just a good thing. He said for all things work to the good of those who are of the Lord who are called according to his purpose. Stand up in your trial. Stand up under the test. Stand up under the fire and come out shining like pure gold. Don't bend. Don't break. Don't give up and don't give in. All praise, honor, and great glory is unto our power, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. This your boy T Boogie. I got the young line to our brothers and sisters in the faith.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We salute you. Peace. And we out of here.